All right, so David Batter, were you know he was on CNN, right?
No.
With the Lemon dude.
Okay. Don Lemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
On CNN.
Okay.
Every Sunday he does this thing, like he likes to engage his followers on Twitter or what have you, his fans. This past Sunday, of course, everything was all about Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
And he put out there, black kids kill black kids for the same reasons cops do. They see no value. Do you believe that statement that he put out there in the universe?
Yeah.
Tell me why. You think black kids have no value in themselves?
Because it's happening.
Okay.
It's not, I mean, he's writing and saying it the right way. I mean, we're all up in arms about this one killing, and I will say that's a sad situation. I feel for the people involved, but I also feel for the how many murders in Chicago?
Yeah.
And all of those are within our community. That's not nobody outside of our community going in to do that dirty work. That's us doing our dirty work to ourselves.
Or how many of those right here in Philadelphia?
We're right here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I live up the street in D.C. How about that?
How about that?
So where is not that we need a riot because it's all senseless, but where's the riot for that? Where's the stand up and call to action for
our black boys,
for the things we're already doing to ourselves? If we're gonna march on something, let's march on that. Let's not wait till we feel like we being oppressed or being stepped on by the man to all of a sudden jump up and think we're gonna do something about it. Because here's the real question: what are you really getting ready to do? What are you really going to do?
And change. And what do you know about the legislation that's really being held?
What are you really? What book on legislation or anything? What's the last book you read on that?
Okay.
I said I was going to get T-shirts printed that said hashtag read a book, mofo, read a book. Yeah.
So as we go about pretty much everything the wrong way, we're going about this the wrong way, blaming everybody else for our own issues. If we were united as a community, nobody outside of our community would dare.
Like other
would
groups.
Dare cross us.
Like other groups. It's certain words you better not say.
You just wouldn't do it because the backlash of that community. You know not to mess with the Italians.
You know not to mess with the
You know
Jewish
not
folk.
to mess with the Mexicans.
And you know not to mess with the gays.
You know because you know they ain't playing about their community. When are we gonna take that same pride in who we are?
Today.
And stop feeling like we need something paid back to us.
Come on now.
I agree with you.
We've been here long enough. It is what it is.
And it starts at home. That means whoever passed that law that says kids have the right to call 911 for getting their ass beat and need their ass beat. Because it starts at home.
I got nice whoopings.
I got
bountiful whoopings.
Did you?
I was touched up as a kid.
Oh yeah.
With a switch, a belt buckle,
you name it. I got it. I
still tip boots.
All of it.
I bet you I got the worst. I got more than you did.
I doubt it.
All right, rock paper scissors, still tip boots. Like my mom worked at a power plant. They had, they wear still tip boots. That's what I got beat with. Come on. You said you got it all. What else? What did you get beat with?
A little pole action.
I got a broom.
No, I'm talking no steel pole.
Oh, did you have marks on your body from it?
The back.
Let me see. Because I look.
No, not steel. I heal great.
Because I still have an indent right there from getting beat with the broom.
Now, from the small of the back to the bottom of the behind, no, that's all discolored.
Okay.
Needless to say, it really didn't work for neither one of y'all because y'all all did y'all dirt before y'all learned what was the right thing.
No, it's just that, I don't believe in corporal punishment. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't whoop my kids. I don't believe in that. I believe I think that's what we were taught to do, and I think that's in a sense a form of too much control.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And I think that's why I know I'm getting real deep,
no,
but I think that's why as I think that I'm gonna say black because I'm black. As black people, we develop late because we're not taught to think for ourselves early. We're taught that you do what I say do because I say do it. And we're not necessarily given the reason or given the understanding as to why we're doing these things. And so for a long time I was scared to speak up. I was scared to, really jump out there state my position and stand firm, and because I was only taught to stand behind my mama's word or behind my father's
Really?
word. And
So
that's
when
just-
you got those beatings,
that's
it wasn't
just
like you are getting beat because.
I mean, it's you're getting beat because, yeah, but I mean, I still lived in fear for most
Still do.
mentally. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
It wasn't-
I said the same.
So
yeah.
it wasn't until I became an adult and became a man and started actually being out on my own and having to make those decisions and stand on my own word and fight for it myself that I was able to develop my mind. We laugh at these. We laugh at the white kids when they're in the malls and they shut up, mom.
Shut up, mom.
You shut up, mom.
You're stupid. I
You're
said I want that
stupid.
now.
And when their mother's like, you go upstairs to your room. Well, why do I have to go to my room?
You go to your room, mom, because I'm not going to mine.
But
Then
guess
you
what?
run out the house.
But that's a valid question. Why do I have to go to
Yeah,
my
but there's
room?
a fine line in between those two ways.
No.
of raising kids.
I'm not talking
It's
about the
like,
way they
okay.
do it. I'm just speaking on the idea of a
When it
kid
happens and we
having
comment
the
on
thought
it.
process to even ask about
Yeah.
it. Well, mom, why do I have to eat my vegetables? He's not eating his vegetables. That's a valid question.
Is it good for you? Now eat it.
Because I said so. Now eat your vegetables.
Yeah,
That's how.
You're
That's what
right.
happens in a black
That's what
household.
happens. And it's tough.
Never was told that the vegetables were good because I said so. Why I got to take the trash out because I said
I
so.
said take the trash out. Whoa, you
Why do I have
sassing
to
me,
clean
boy?
my room?
Are you sassing me? Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I know a lot of that behavior comes from how we were brought into this country in the first place. So
And they
It's
go
our
down
mama's
from
fault.
generation to
it just goes down
generation,
from generation to generation.
and then you find a way to break
We're
your
repeating the
generational cycle, and that's what we always
and
talk about.
I'm not going to repeat the cycle. I want my kids to be free thinkers.
High five,
Period.
friend.
And so the way that my kids talk to me, yes, it does sometimes feel like I'm a white parent, but it's fine. I'm okay with it. They're freely thinking, and we can talk about anything. They don't have a fear of asking me
We got a
questions.
Montessori family.
We have to talk. We have to educate our children by communicating, by having conversations with them.
You know what's so funny? My daughter just said to me, "Do you know where I can get a fake ID?" And I looked at her like, "What?" And everybody around thought it was funny. And she's like, "What? I'm having communication with you." And I'm like, "Oh, please don't ask me again like that." Because I was kind of floored and taken back. Because I always get on her about like communication. You talk, express yourself. Don't be afraid to come to me about anything. So I guess she found, okay, well, hey, where can I get a fake ID?
Yeah.
Because you look like you might know.
Listen, here's the thing. One of my guys is, I mean, you know, he's very progressive in his thinking, and he's like, listen, you know, I have kids, and my kids, if they want to hang out and get into things they not supposed to be getting into, I'd rather they be getting into them at my house, where I can see and control and peek in and referee, as opposed to being somewhere out in somebody's streets and something happening to them and nobody calling the ambulance, nobody doing anything, just letting your kid sit out in the woods somewhere and rot for 10 days. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to pick your poison in a sense. You know what I'm saying? How you want your kids to grow up and how you want them to learn the lessons that they're eventually going to learn,
Out
with
in the
or without
world.
you.
Do you want them to learn them from you?
Yeah.
And do them the right way, or do you want them to go out and learn from the world? Because
The
our
world
kids
is not
are
forgiving.
no, and our kids are really not ours. You know,
Yeah.
we raise our kids for them to belong to the world.